Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be taking a look at the revamped Hall of Fame Triple H. I'm assuming based on his Hall of Fame induction is why this happened. There's a tour today for it. So yeah, if you want to take a look at him, he actually pretty nice little rework. The movesets are pretty similar, work pretty similar to how they were, but they're better now. So we're just going to start off with a straightforward super sub for you. I have 100% gem damage straps. I also got Fury 2s, regular ones. The Moment's on here. Moment does add 50% to submissions, so that's notable. But that's the only thing that's notable. The rest of the Moment doesn't do anything for the builds I'm going to show you. His gear, one gear adds 50% to X breaks, and the second gear adds 100% to submissions. So that'll make a difference on what you see in the match with the sub, but not what we show on paper. So I'll be able to tell you what he does with the sub, even without the 100% gear. His gears are actually pretty not that exciting, really, especially compared to a lot of the other Hall of Fame gear. Anyway, this was definitely revamped considerably, I think. It's a reversal now. Facebreaker knee smash, 420k damage and increase your red MP by 9. If the opponent's move changes either superstar's gem damage, then deal 1.89 million damage and steal the opponent's turn. So the typical Hall of Fame Buffy buff Steely. Figure 4 leg lock, 10 MP submission. Generate 38 random sub gems, 828k 3 turns. Remaining turn into X-Break gems, and then we're going to use the jumping knee to recycle it. 9 MP red, 600k damage plus 336k bonus damage for every X-Break, then deal 606k damage and make 38 X-Breaks into green. Entourage for this one, like I said, we're going super sub. So Steel gets the green loaded and then all the sub trainers. So 3 extra turns, 20% from Zombie Austin, 1 in 50 and 1 in 50. So that makes it 8 turns at 1.82 million. So 1.82 times 8 turns it was. It's a 14.5 million sub, probably closer to 16. And then we get a little 50% boosty from the Moment. That puts it over, should put it over 16. So 50%, an extra 400k for 8 turns. So 3.2 million onto that. So plus 3.2 if you have the Moment, 17.76. And then if you have the gear, it's going to be another, well, we'll see when we get in there. You'll see all of it. So just going on the revamp tour here while we're doing the preview, might as well, since you guys will be playing it. So this is Triple H at silver, and this is my, sub build set. It is what it is, but really simple gameplay. This all is feud builds too, by the way. So you just hit that, and then you hit your sub, and so if you have everything, it's a 24 million sub at silver. So kind of like a 2 sub cycle win. Pretty healthy sub, right? Won't get that much bigger at gold, but it's still pretty juicy, right? I would recommend this for the tour. I mean, honestly, for his tours, this build set, you'll rock and roll, and you won't even need steel if you have tour perks, because it's 4 MP, so you'll just be able to toss on, instead of steel, you'll just toss on another red sub trainer and do even more, right? So easy peasy. So Orton is next, and let's switch up to the second build, because that's pretty straightforward, right? So what if we're going to do it X-Break? Well, I'm glad you asked, since we're going to do it X-Break. Same moveset, but we're going to use X-Breaks trainers. So Cora for 75%, Almost for 100%, and Kane for 25%. So now our bonus X-Break damage, holy crap, is 1 million damage for every X-Break. So as long as we keep a bunch of X-Breaks, it should be a fairly spicy pin. Of course, on this one, there's all kinds of plates you could use. Glowing Fate with the Acolyte Ultimate. You could also use, if you don't have the Glowing Fate, good old standard. Oh, wow, I'm blanking on it. The purple and green 100% subplate that for some reason I can't think of. All Heart? I think? Yeah. It's been a while. Been a while since I played this Triple H, too. So obviously the sub in this one's still doing like 2.4 million damage, but then a little bit of extra because we have the stuff, but you don't want it to go a long time because you want to keep your gems on the board. And then you're gonna hit this, and we're gonna get a nice healthy. Yeah. So he's done before he even gets a chance to go. Depending, it all depends how many gems are left, right? Because we're doing 1,000,000 per X break, so that's not really gonna scale much up at gold, but you can probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of like the sub and then like maybe 40 mil on the pin. I'm just gonna run that again since this is a gold rock. I'm sure this rock is going to run his 1 MP set and screw everything up, so maybe I won't go against him with this moveset, because it won't show it to good effect. We'll come back to rock, don't worry. We'll come back with the other moveset. I do want to show you guys this with the health pool, so let's just go against Gold Sammy. And of course, we are getting a little bit extra with the 50% gear with this move, but really it's not huge. Not huge. It's adding 176k per X break. About 175k. So a couple mil. It's definitely adding a couple mil. And then when they break as well. So we'll call it like 3 mil is what that's adding. You can see we did 30 million damage, unblockable. And it's a 39 million pin at silver. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. That'll work. But where it gets more, you know, turn oneable and stuff like that is his old build. His old build is better now. And there's more plates, and I haven't ever revisited it since a lot of the new plates came out. So we'll go ahead and we'll run it a couple different trainer sets, and then we'll start doing some plate stuff with it. And we might as well go against Rock on the tour here since you'll be playing him. Maybe for Rock, since it's 1 MP, you don't want to do the sub build. I don't know. I probably still would sub him, but I would do the super sub build instead, because you good chance you'll lose a lot of your gems potentially. All right. Anyway, let's change the moves out. I believe this didn't used to have a buff on the neck breaker. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. But I haven't played him in so long, I can't actually remember if it had a buff before. Spine Buster, 5 MP, 453k damage. I think the move damage also got juiced as well. 5x1 to make into pyros, all gems above it into reinforced gems and broken by you. I kind of want to say this used to be a 4x1. And now it's a 5x1, but I could be wrong about that too. DDT, 441k damage, 4x1 to swap into greens, and then Neckbreaker, 5 MP green, 213k damage, and increase your yellow gem damage by 78% for 1 turn. That goes up to 80% at gold. Then make 29 reinforced into yellow. Okay. And entourage, we are going to run with Kofi for 4 yellow MP. They're all charged up. So then we're using Cena for 45% yellow gem damage. Yoko for 100% reinforce, and Stroman for 30% yellow gem. We'll use a little bit more rare trainers after this, and then we'll start with plates. This moveset, neither the moments or gears are doing anything for. And this is the one that was kind of the one, the moveset, right? I literally haven't used him forever. I can't remember. I think that used to be a 4x1. I could be wrong. And I'm pretty sure there was no buff before. Like, pretty positive. I'm pretty sure there's no way. No, yeah, there's no way this was a combo. Combos weren't a thing then, so. And this is silver. 15 million gem damage at silver. Maybe it's not the craziest amount at silver. That would be 30 million at gold without plates with these trainers, you know? So more like 35 at gold probably. But, you know, it does. There are plates that help it significantly. And we will look into that. It's probably going to take a couple cycles. So you can see the gameplay loop. Of course, there's cascade risk anytime you're doing a row break. Anytime you're breaking gems, actually, there's actually a cascade risk, but it's not too bad with a row break. In my experience, not super bad. I mean, like, you know, for cascades, I have horrible cascade chance all the time, but 17 million there without plates. All right. I'll probably just go back to Sammy after this, since this is the tour and you guys will have seen the tour beat. just because it'll be a little bit faster since he's silver. You can see Rock can break all the gems he wants. It's just not really going to do a heck of a lot because he's got nothing to work with, really. Of course, there's multiple plates you can use. You can use the LA Bite, you can use the Triple H plate, Bulldog Bracer, and of course, the best one to add on to all those, like Yellow Royal Rumble, right? I don't think I missed any there, but maybe I did. All right, so let's go against Sammy now that you guys saw the tour. Ba-da-ba-ba. You're not here. Career. Battle. All right. Let's boof the entourage now. This would be considerably better. Since it's only 5 MP, Cena gives 2 and 45 yellow. He gives 2 and 30% at this level, 40% at gold. Hall of Fame Ron does. So that's 2 and 2 is 4. Your turn is 1 for 5. They're loaded. Yoko is still 100%, and Sammy gives you 30 yellow and 60 reinforce. So definite upgrades there. And then we will start the plate game. That's fine. Of course, we're doing a row break to break all of the pyros. Row break is much better than if it was a 5 match, because then you'd leave a wild card, like a 1x5. That would be very bad. You can see we definitely increased. We increased to about 18.5 there. So the trainers definitely make a difference. For sure. Boom. 17 that time. And Sammy kicks out. All right. We don't need to see this. Let's go to plates now. You guys have an idea how those are going to hit. So we're good. Ba-dum-bum. All right, we're going to start with the Bulldog Bracers because I think that's more common than the Triple H plate, although I don't know that the Triple H is super uncommon. We just don't see it a lot. I would imagine maybe we'll see it again based on this, but you never know. Actually, will I use the Bulldog Bracer? Maybe not if it doesn't add very much. Let me look at it. I want to say that adds more for... Yeah, it only increases your yellow by 25%, so I'm not going to put that on because it's going to be a very small gain. So it'll add a little bit, but not a lot. This one, whenever you break 4 or more green gems, increase your yellow by 100%. 100% is something, so we'll use that. And of course, we break the 4 green gems when we do the 1x4, so we get that 100% boofy. And let's just take a look. We got 120. That's 5 pyro gems too. I put this in a really bad spot. This is my fault, right? Because I should have went up 1 and just dealt with it. That's 100% my fault. Bad gameplay. Did I mention bad? That's all right. We'll just reload it. It's fine. I was distracted by thinking about the yellow gems and stuff. It lasts for 2 turns, so the buff would still be there too. So we're gonna actually hit a big hit. This is obviously one of the problems too with the build set. Like, you can get burgle flickled, you know. All right, here we go. This is a double buff though, so it wouldn't quite hit this hard because it lasts for 2 turns. So it's all right. We'll run it again. That's 24 million. So that's good. I just wanted to show you guys the difference in the yellow gems. And I think, does the Piper plate work now? I need to see how many pyro gems. The Piper plate may work even better now since the gem buff. So we'll check the Piper plate out, Yellow Royal Rumble, all the goods. So 5x1 to pyros. Pretty sure Piper plate works. I always have to double check how many gems it takes to activate things because I've been playing for so long and there's so many plates, you know? All right, so with one buff, it's probably, what, 21 million at silver? Maybe like a good 45 at gold. Not terrible at all. With just the Triple H plate. Come here. That was bad again. I'm so bad at this game. Don't know what I was thinking there. I'm actually distracted because I'm thinking about what else I'm going to be doing. And what else I want to try while talking. It doesn't take much. So obviously the gameplay is not great. And we switched to this a while ago and I forgot to switch too. You know. I think we switched to that. I can't even remember now. I'm like on tilt. Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. All right. Piper plate and Yellow Royal Rumble need to get tried. Because Yellow Royal Rumble is definitely new. And so is LA Byte. And LA Byte's available on the prize wall. Is the Piper plate in use? No, I'm just blind. Let's go with the LA Byte first. Because this is available on Showdown Wall for 250k. Everyone has access to it. It's going to get you another 50% gem damage for every yellow move you activate. So in this case, it'll get you 100%. So it's like 2 Triple H plates. Now, the one equipped and then the LA Byte. We were like, what, 21 million? So we should probably go to like 25-ish, 26 maybe? Yeah, 25. So now we're up to 50 on a double, probably like 55 million at gold with these trainers. And let me, before I switch to the Piper plate, let me run it with the easier trainers because it'll be less to give you guys an idea. I know there's a lot of trainers and I tend to go through a lot of stuff on these, but I really, you can always fast forward through the trainer sets you don't like. My goal is really, though, just so you guys have an idea how it'll play on your roster, and everyone's roster is so different. So now we're back to this. Everyone's roster is so different that you can say a superstar is really good, but if you don't have the stuff to run it, they're actually not. So that's a lot of times why I don't like answering the question who's better. I can answer the question who's better if you have everything. That's a much easier to answer question. So instead of 25, it was 21. So, you know, like 45-ish with this moveset, with these plates. At gold. Okay. So that one works okay. And now we just got to check the Piper plate. If it's, I want to say it's 4 to activate the Piper plate, but it might be 6. And I just can't remember right off the top of my head. Which will surprise no one. I have the memory of a goldfish. It is 4. Okay, so yeah, it was working before this too. Now I remember. It's all coming back to me. Like I said, it's been forever since I played him. So let's run it, you know, with the Triple H Piper plate. This is the way it was pretty much always ran. Back when it was like one of the harder hitting powerhouses right after the Piper plate came out, if I recall correctly. Doing pretty good with the cascades. So this should be a spicy meatball. And indeed, with these trainers, that's 40 million at silver. What's that go to? 80 million at gold. So like probably 85, 90 million at gold. But that's with max levels filled stars. All of the numbers with gem damage, max levels filled stars that you're getting from me. So that's obviously great. Better than the yellow Royal Rumble, plus it takes less time. But I'll show you with the yellow Royal Rumble as well, since it's a new plate. And then we also need to try this trainer set with this one. So really good rework. He does have some cascade risk, so I still won't use him personally, but if I have to use him, definitely like the rework. And he can hit. He can really hit now, so that's pretty dang good. I think there's nothing to complain about with this rework. In fact, you know, maybe if you're missing some of the upper echelon powerhouses, this can absolutely do some work for you, because these are big hits at silver. 39? So, interesting. I would have expected that to hit a little bit harder with the upgraded trainer set, but we must have got yellow gems on the other break, which I wasn't paying attention to. So, and now finally the yellow Royal Rumble. Everyone likes to make things go boom, but will it be as good as a Piper plate? I don't think so. We just hit for 39. Why not? I don't care. That spot's fine. Solid boss character for yellow gems too. Definitely. You can see 32. So that would be like roughly close to 70 at gold. But yeah, I definitely Piper plate's the way to go. And nice little buff. You got some stuff you can do. You can do these, you can do this, or you can do that, you know, depending what you got on your roster, what you're trying to accomplish. So really solid rework. And I like these when they don't have to do them and they rework them anyway. I'm definitely a fan of that. This one's no different. And you know, if you have Triple H and you got the parts and you're lacking some maybe of the upper echelon powerhouses, he can definitely do some work for you. Also, Hall of Fame powerhouses is basically him and Foley. Foley needs everything, and then he can hit pretty decently with no cascade risk, but Triple H needs way less than Foley, truthfully, to hit very hard. So definitely a nice buff and a great addition, especially if you already got him, right? So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching and good luck out there. Good start to the week. Good start to the week. Unexpected buffage.